Alright, let's dive into the meaty mystery of why humans don't typically eat carnivores. Ever wonder why your local steakhouse isn't serving up lion chops or tiger ribs? It's a quirk of human dietary habits that's puzzled foodies and biologists alike. Let's sink our teeth into this juicy conundrum. First, let's look at what we do eat. Cows, pigs, chickens, deer, rabbits. Notice anything? They're all herbivores or omnivores. Carnivores are conspicuously absent from our dinner tables. But why? Theory number 1. The ick factor. One theory is all about safety. Imagine animals as walking sponges, soaking up parasites, microbes, and heavy metals as they live. When one animal eats another, it inherits all those nasties. By the time we get to top predators, we're dealing with a smorgasbord of accumulated toxins. It's like a gross game of pass the parcel, where each layer is an animal, and the prize is a cocktail of potential health hazards. Yum! But let's not swear off meat just yet. While some carnivorous species do contain risky levels of contaminants, we don't have solid evidence this applies to all carnivores. It's more of a better safe than sorry situation. Theory number 2. The taste test. Could it be that carnivores just don't taste good? Let's break it down. Texture-wise, carnivores are the gym rats of the animal kingdom. They're lean, mean, hunting machines. All that chasing prey doesn't leave much room for the juicy fat marbling we love in our steaks. Biting into a lion steak might be less melt in your mouth and more, am I chewing on a bicycle tire? Flavor matters too. You've heard you are what you eat, right? Well, in the culinary world, that's literal. What an animal eats affects how it tastes. If grass-fed beef tastes different from grain-fed, imagine how a tiger that only eats other animals might taste. There's some evidence for this. People who've eaten bear meat, say spring bears, fresh off a berry diet, taste way better than fall bears after feasting on fish. It's the ursine version of you are what you eat. But wait, what about carnivorous fish? Many fish we eat are carnivores, and they're delicious, so maybe taste isn't the whole story. Theory number 3, the efficiency expert. Here's where we get a bit nerdy. In modern times, we raise most of our meat, and raising carnivores for food, that's about as efficient as using a Ferrari to deliver pizzas. Let's crunch some numbers. Feed a cow 10,000 calories of grass, and you'll get about 1,000 calories of beef. Now feed that beef to a tiger, and you'll end up with only 100 calories of tiger meat. It's like playing calorie telephone, losing 90% with each pass. From an efficiency standpoint, it makes more sense to just eat the cow, or if we're really after efficiency, eat the plants directly. But that's a whole other can of beans we won't open right now. This theory explains why we eat herbivores and omnivores. They're more efficient to raise. It also accounts for why we eat carnivorous fish. We've mostly caught fish rather than raising them, so efficiency doesn't matter as much. Theory number 4, the Divine Dining Guide. Believe it or not, religion might play a role in our carnivore-avoiding ways. Many major religions have dietary laws that exclude predators. Judaism's kashrut laws prohibit eating animals that aren't both cud-chewing and have split hooves. Islam bars animals with fangs or talons. Sorry, no eagle nuggets or wolf burgers. Now you might think so, but not everyone follows these religions. True, but it's not unusual for religious practices to spread and become cultural norms. Our avoidance of carnivores might have followed a similar path. These religious rules likely had practical roots too. They might have been based on observed health risks or efficiency concerns. It's like a game of cultural telephone that's been going on for thousands of years. The plot thickens. Intertwining theories. In reality, none of these theories exists in isolation. They're all interconnected, like a web of dietary decisions woven over millennia. If carnivore meat was risky, we might have evolved to dislike the taste. This aversion could then feed into cultural and religious prohibitions. If carnivores were both dangerous to eat and inefficient to raise, early human societies would have little reason to include them in their diet. It's like a big, meaty snowball rolling down a hill, picking up more reasons to avoid eating carnivores as it goes. The fish factor, swimming against the current. But what about those carnivorous fish we keep mentioning? They seem to be the exception to every rule. They're carnivores, but we eat them. They're at the top of their food chain, but we don't worry about toxins. What gives? Fish might be the key to understanding the complexity of our dietary choices. They show us that our food preferences aren't just about simple rules, but about a complex interplay of factors including availability, culture, and necessity. Fish have been crucial for many coastal and island communities. In these places, the potential risks or cultural taboos associated with eating carnivores might have been outweighed by the need for food. So why don't humans generally eat carnivores? The unsatisfying but honest answer is, it's complicated. There's no single explanation for this quirk of human dietary habits. It's likely a result of intertwined factors including health concerns, taste preferences, economic efficiency, and cultural influences. Understanding this complexity gives us insight into how human dietary habits evolve. Our food choices are influenced by a rich tapestry of biological, cultural, and economic factors. So the next time you bite into into a burger, appreciate the long and winding road of human history that led to that particular meal, and maybe spare a thought for the carnivores that never made it onto our menus. All this talk about carnivores and food chains brings to mind Beast Lord: The New Land, the game sponsoring our dietary deep dive. In this strategy game, you can play as over 500 different animal characters, building alliances and exploring territories. The game incorporates real ecological concepts, like the energy transfer of the food chain we discussed. Each animal has strengths and weaknesses based on its place in the ecosystem. It's like being the ringmaster of your own digital zoo, but with a strategic twist. So whether you're a biology buff, a food enthusiast, or just someone who enjoys a good mystery, there's plenty to chew on when it comes to the question of why we don't eat carnivores. It's a testament to the fascinating complexity of human culture and our relationship with the natural world. Bon appétit!